Oh, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mr. Yakub in the building. What's happening, man? How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing fantastic. Enjoying the weather got really cool and nice and chilly tonight. So you with that sleeveless shirt, you be hey, it wouldn't be no Sydney, Australia beach out here. It'd be you probably could be able to cut diamonds with them two things. But
Bro,
I'm doing fantastic
where's it
though.
now?
What a
It's a
great way
cool
to
it's a cool 22. Well, great way for you, not a great way for me. I had to endure that shit all day today after what my team hammed up to me in the morning.
well,
Fucking
you were
can't beat Aston
losing,
Villa, bruv.
so you came back and you salvaged a point. That's nice.
Yeah, winning, then losing, and salvaged the point, pissed away a whole game. I don't know,
But you
six
still
to one,
seven
half a dozen
points
of
ahead,
another.
right?
Eight,
Seven.
eight, 8 points.
Oh, well, the game. Well,
So
they have a game in hand, right?
yeah, we've played one game more now, and then they play
Hmm.
West Ham. So Arsenal get that win, he goes to 5 points of a gap, and then it becomes
Gotcha.
squeaky bum time for everybody. But I mean, in terms of like all that sort of shit, we'll see. But look, first and foremost, welcome to Wrong Opinions. This is the first episode. I'm not sure how many of these we'll do. Hopefully, we have some success along the way in all of this. But in saying that, it's more so a way for us to portray what we like and what we dislike in terms of football content, shall we say? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, yeah. I think we're like-minded individuals in a sense of we're not afraid to speak our minds, and speak our minds about other people's minds, and speak our minds about whatever our minds take us. And I think that some people may not be their cup of tea, but for me, I definitely enjoy this channel, Nick's Football Club, and I'm a fan. So it's very nice to be here. When you get to feature on a channel that you're a fan of, that's always nice. So just want to say I appreciate your content. And also, I'm going to drop the link for Nick's Football Club. It's obviously in the title. This is
Yes.
simulcasted to both of our channels. But I'm gonna be chilling like a guest for the most part. But make sure you go on over to Nick's Football Club and subscribe as well, because, like I said, I'm a fan of the channel. I like that you keep everyone honest. I think one of my first assessments was, it's good to have an all-seeing eye, and so to speak, I've whipped that out on my own occasion as well.
Well, funny enough, you say that because what prompted me to message you and say, bruv, you know what, let's get together on this is you basically doing your own assessments to the Tottenham Hotspur fan base with the whole protest engine, Levy, all this fucking shit in the background, as we've seen over the last few days. Who knew that Spurs fans could be so entertaining with so much drama and all that sort of shit there as well? And I'm like, I'm not the only person that does this, because what you'll find is you'll see a lot of people in there in your comment section. They'll say, "Oh, you can't get any content of your own. Nobody watches you, so you have to leech off other people." That's not what
Mm.
this is, brother. Because when you're doing a stream, or I'm doing a stream, or we're watching somebody else do it, the chat is doing that already. They're discussing thoughts and opinions. The comments after will give you thoughts and opinions. We're just doing it in a different way. Like, why is that such a bad thing?
I don't know why it has such a negative stigma, because for me, I always saw it as like when you put something out there in the public eye, in the public forum, then it's open to public debate. It's open to public discussion. And I think by doing reaction videos, that's kind of a reaction to public opinion. And especially, people, they sit on their channels and they say things and then they contradict themselves 6 months later. And it's like, does everyone else forget? Because I don't forget what people say. I like to hold people accountable, and it ruffles a little bit of feathers, and I think it makes people uncomfortable. And for me, that's something I'm embracing now, because I used to be like, oh, I don't want to make anyone mad, because then I started thinking, what does it matter? What does it matter if I make anyone mad? Does it doesn't affect me? Were they going to come say something to me in my face? They're welcome to, but as far as I'm concerned, you put something out there in the public eye, shit, I'm allowed to come on and say whatever I want to say about it. But yes, Mike, I am on late. I do work late nights nowadays, so I go live when I can.
Mind you, I just finished work, so I came straight home, quickly got changed, went and drained the lizard, and now we're live on stream here. And I'm going to talk about the monstrosity that I saw this morning as well, probably in
Train the
about
lizard.
an hour or so's time. Yeah. Absolute madness. But no, you're right, because a lot of things you'll say is, well, this person's wrong. Why are they wrong? Because of XYZ. Oh, why are you watching what I say? It's like, bruv, we are, like you said, I say it this way as well. If someone reads an article online and they do a comment, they put a comment or something like that, or they drop their own thoughts, or it's a retweet and they put that's still commentary in that sense there. That's still commentary. It's just in a different format. It's just people seem to have an issue when you do it in this certain way, where everyone starts to get up in arms, like, don't talk about my shit. Who are you? Look at your meaty channel, all that sort of stuff. I've copped it, bro. I've copped DMs from one person in particular who was not very happy, but everybody else that I do this on, they're like, yo, I appreciate the stuff. Thank you very much. Obviously, spreading their thoughts and opinions, also getting their channel and their name out there as well via me. So there is a bit of a trade-off. It's not a negative thing overall, man.
Yeah, and that's something that actually annoys is quite annoying when I go live and I'm bringing people's content up and I'm holding them accountable for the things that they say. You get either them or their little cult following that say, "Oh, get your own stuff. Why are you using someone else's stuff?" And to me, it's like, because they put it out there. It's like reacting to a newspaper. Don't print the fucking paper. Sorry about the F-bomb on your channel, but don't print the damn thing. And then I won't have to react to the headlines. I won't have to react to the articles. But alas, you want to have a YouTube channel, you want to talk about things in a braggadocious manner, and then you want to backtrack on them and say different things and say, "Oh, I never said that." Well, hey, we'll find a way.
But that's just it, bro. That's why we say, like, no one is safe, because people say, "Oh, I never said that." Yes, you did. I have the information right in front of me here. I have it. It's right there. And it almost becomes a case of like, so now you're calling me a liar if I don't bring up the receipts. Like, the whole reason why people do, like, I've been doing like little clip videos and stuff like that now on like Never Foul and shit like that. I have some time at work, so I'll make something happen. And it's like, I don't remember saying that. It's like, people forget the things they say. You do 3 streams in one day. You'll say 3 different things in 3 different streams more often than not. How are you supposed to remember which one is the one you actually believe if it's not something that you say straight off the cuff, that this is exactly what I believe from the get-go? Because you'll say some mad shit in one stream and say something completely different in another.
Yeah, and I think that people's energy changes based on what channel they're on naturally. Like one of my first reaction videos was a guy on a channel that isn't very much watched, and they're on at a specific time, and they start talking with their chest out. I call them out, and then next thing I know, both of them apologizing, not just to me, but to the people that they were puffing their chest out to. So to me, it feels like a social justice, being the Joker in Gotham, helping it burn, because Gotham must burn at the end of the day. Football YouTube, football Twitter, it's all burning. And the more it burns, the sooner we can start to build something new. And, I just feel like it's a little bit changing the landscape in a sense, because think about it. If people know that someone will clip them, someone will hold them accountable, that's going to naturally make them adjust. They're going to start, and to the point that you were saying of being on 3 different channels and saying, yeah, see, there you go. There's one. There's the first one. I told you they were coming, bro. Oh shit, what was I saying? Big up Shoshi. Big up everybody in the chat.
Yeah, man. Let's get them likes up as well, man. Let's make it happen.
When you're doing like 3 different streams in a single day, for me, I find it often not that I'm saying the same thing. So I try to differentiate it a little bit. Like when I'm on Hassam's channel, my energy is a lot different than it probably is right now. It's a lot different than it is on my own channel, because those little bastards, they all bring out the most violent puppy dog in me. So,
it's a different dynamic, man.
Yeah, it's like dynamics shape the way that people talk. And so I do it too, to a degree, but I would never say something and then be like, "No, I never said that. I stand on what I say." And half of it's, true. Half of the remaining half is satirical, and the other half is just like bullshit. So, it's just kind of a mixture of all the above, and people who understand my humor, they can kind of get it. Other people are going to take offense. How many, I'd never really reacted to anyone's content outside of like laughing at rival fans' tears kind of thing. But when you start doing it on your own fan base, then that's when people start getting kind of squirrely. Hey, are we okay? Hey, they start calling. You know how many fucking calls and texts I got in the weeks after I started calling people out to making sure we're all good, brother, my brother, are we good? And it's like, yeah, just because I call you out doesn't mean that we ain't good. I tell everyone, even if you're my friend, shit, the all-seeing eye doesn't differentiate between people in my relationships with said people. The all-seeing eye just says what it sees, you know what I mean? And that's kind of the way I've embraced it. And people already either like or don't like your content. So like, what's the difference of doing it your own way, even if other people don't like it? You know what I mean? It's just kind of weird to me that like people have such a stigma on talking about what they're talking about. Like, why are you immune to criticism is my question.
But this is the thing, like where I come from is because my channel's only what 2 years old now, or it's going 2 years old now, or some shit like that. But like where mine came from is, I watch a lot of content because it's good for me, maybe for you as well, because it's still like late evening for you when it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night in the UK, and it's morning for me. So we get to listen to a lot of shit, or I do at least anyways, in the office during more often than not. And I hear things, I'm like, okay, this is an interesting talking point. I want to talk about this. And I hear something else, another one. Okay, well, this completely contradicts what they're saying here, and they follow the same team. So, okay, let's weigh up both sorts of thoughts there, and then you combine them together, and it creates even more of a question. But it sort of like keeps them in check, as you say. Like we say this is called wrong opinions. It's obviously it's a play on the actual thing. It's not actually people's. Some opinions are right, some are wrong, some are indifferent, but it's like a piss take effectively. So keeping them in check, like you say, you speak about what somebody says in one instance here, and then you cross-reference somebody else, someone might get caught out in a lie. Then it's on them to say, well, this is what I believe, or if they're going to try and worm their way out and try and be strong and wrong.
I would also add that I don't even think it's necessarily keeping people in check. That implies some kind of authoritative state. For me, I more see it as
honest.
like,
We'll say honest.
yeah, it's like I'm not gonna let the bed sheets cover the mess on the floor. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep the bed sheets tight. I'm gonna let you see what's on the floor. Now, if you're making a mess on the floor, that's on you, buddy. But I'm not gonna let the sheets cover the mess. And I think that, like, yeah, I don't know, keeping people in check. That's kind of like what you do to submissive people. And I don't think that that's necessarily what I'm trying to do. At least it's like I just want to hold people accountable. You want to say things that contradict what you say, you want to keep energy on this channel like this, but then in the public face, you want to change the energy. To me, it's like, nah, I'm not going to sit by and just let people think that I don't see you, because I'm at least one motherfucker who see you, because everybody else could say, oh, that's my brother. Oh, it's my brother. And other people would say, bro, Jacob turned on people. I mean, I do have that effect sometimes, whatever your persuasion may be. I sometimes got that, Jacob said Ainge was the greatest thing. Where is he now? I mean, I never said Ainge was the greatest thing. I just said he was the best thing that we got right now. And he's maybe a problem, but he is not the pillar that is failing us in the sense of the grand scheme of things. But regardless, anyway, like I've always said on my channel, at least, people are allowed to feel however you want to feel. There's plenty of people who do support my channel and and they're in the chat and they don't agree with me on football matters, but it's all cool. And then there's people who take it personal and then they create fake accounts with weird faces and names and they talk all type of things. And to me, it's one of those where, again, like I said, I'm not immune to it either. I'm in the public forum, so I'm not immune to criticism. So when I get trolls or genuine people who are, having critiques on my opinion or anything I say, good, hold me accountable. If I say something and then next week I'm changing my energy, keep me accountable. I want people in my chat to do that. I want commenters and like your channel and Too Much of E is another channel that he's kind of an observer, if you will. So for me, it's like, keep the energy. You know what I mean? I'm very much like that in life. So why wouldn't I be like that about football?
Yeah, it's just more so just having a different conversation, bro. Instead of just hearing the same shit over and over again. Your team is dead. Your team is this. Blah blah blah. Okay, give me something I can work with. Give me something, like you said, different shows have different energies. There's a banter show, there's a serious show. Like when you guys do like American Waffle, for example, obviously you guys have your own dynamic there. When you do your own solo show, it's a different dynamic. When you're on El Ahwa, it's a completely different dynamic, bro. You're one of the most like cutthroat people on there, bro. Sometimes I say to myself, like, bro, I just want to wring this guy's neck. And other times I'm like, nah, this guy's fucking 10 out of 10 box office, bruv. You know what I mean? There is a different dynamic, but you know where to hone yourself in there. Some others take themselves way too seriously. Like I saw, what was this comment here? This one up here. Like this one here. Don't let football affect your personal life. You'll have fun watching it. Like if you're letting people's opinions of what you say like affect you, maybe you're too far gone in it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you need to take a step out of the pool. Your fingers are getting wrinkly, if that makes sense. Because in YouTube, I think we all do it naturally. You kind of get roped into like looking at certain things and reading what people say about you, and the quicker you can disassociate from random accounts saying this guy's a bedwetter or whatever they say, who knows, whatever they say, or I saw too many bedwetters. Jacob has a right to point them out. Exactly. They have a right to say fans like me are the problem. I have a right to say fans like you are the problem. So to me, if you throw stones, expect stones. If you throw pebbles, expect pebbles. If you throw nothing, shit, I may still throw a pebble at you. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
But
No, but you wouldn't. Like, there are so many things out there that people say on a daily basis. Like, content is through the roof, but it's like when you hear something mad, for example, let's take Spurs, for example, right? I can talk about Liverpool, but I'm saving my energy for when I do my stream after, right? But if we're talking Spurs, for example, you have your Ange in, you have your Ange out. Where at the moment does the Spurs fan base stand in that aspect there? And what makes others think they're wrong and what makes others think they're right?
I think it differentiates based on where you're looking. Like sometimes I look on Twitter and there's 8,000 votes on a poll and 61% is Ainge in and the remaining is Ainge out. And then you look at certain channels, certain places, and the dynamic's a lot different because some of it has like rival fans taking the piss. So they either say, yes, keep him as like a, you're going to lose more with him kind of a energy. And then, so it's really hard to gauge where everyone is, but for me, what I've felt, at least my exposure on YouTube, majority are shitting on him and they don't like him, and it's the worst. And people who did support him no longer support him. And to me, that's all fine and dandy. Like you're allowed to feel however you want about the manager of your club because it's not my club, it's our club, and it's your club, it's my club. So it's like, to me, you know, the title of the show is Wrong Opinions, but like in regards to Tottenham, I don't think that, or Ainge or whatever. Yeah, I even got a pull-up show. No, you know, to Sava's credit, he was the only one who's Ainge out that ever pulled up. And everyone else who pulled up was like, yeah, I agree with you. And so, you know, it varies on person to person. And yeah, I think that there's a lot of echo chambers that are Ainge out. So it seems like the Ainge out noise is really loud. But then you hear in the stadium, they're singing Ainge Postecoglou's name. And that's 60,000 people. So it's like, what is that comparatively to 200-300 on an echo chamber? And they're all going wah wah.
Man, it's a good point. I mean, obviously, it's a very small percentage. You say 300 people on a one stream are unanimous in saying, yeah, get him out. But then you go to the stadiums and it's very different. Or you see other people online and they're thinking differently. Very much like a certain number 9 that we have, or a number no, as I like to call him, because, of course, 9 means no in German, even though it's not German still. It meant, anyways, I'll explain why later on. But divided.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Yeah, sprechen Sie Deutsch, ja? Scheiße. Man misses in front of goal. And the away fans and the home fans still chant his name. Why? Like, this is where we have disagreements with, like, Liverpool fans. Nunez is not good enough. He needs to be sold. No, he works hard for the team. We should keep him. It's like, bruv, the man is not scoring goals. Ultimately, you're there to score goals. You're not scoring goals. You're not scoring easy goals, at least. So why should we sit here and have all this energy to keep you around here? And now you have some people who are like, no, but he facilitates. Other people are saying, but he doesn't score the goals. And then you have people having arguments amongst each other. And then you have a divided fan base, as it were. But fan bases are never in unity. There's always a division somewhere. You have love for one player, you have dislike for another player, or like and dislike. You have admiration for one, and you can't wait to see another one leave. Like, throughout the history of humankind, nobody has ever agreed on anything wholeheartedly. So why is it any different now?
It's a good question. Because I'm assuming the internet people are very like they feel a freedom, a sort of immunity to it. Because think about like Spurs Master. What's his name? Could be Alex, could be John, could be Jonathan, Jimmy fucking Neutron. Who knows what his name actually is? So he's kind of got this free reign almost. You know, obviously, if it gets real serious, you could get the feds involved and they could track an IP address or get some nerd to do it too. But I think it's people not being held accountable. You have that wiggle room, that gray area. Well, that's not actually me. That's just Spurs Master. It's not Alex Verbopoli. You know, but Alex Verbopoli is actually like a dickhead in real life and a dickhead online. But he can act like he's not in real life because that's just Spurs Master. That's not Alex Verbopoli. And you know
Personas.
that yeah, yeah, and like you just have a digital shield. So to me, if you have a digital shield, but you put your face and your voice and your opinion out there, shit, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna say you bald, or I'm gonna say you're wrong, or whatever. And it's the same way, you know. Like I said, I'm fully prepared and willing, and have taken the same energy that I've given out to others, and that's why I don't really see any issue with it. Because if you can clap, I can clap. You can jump, I could jump. It's that
Yeah, I
simple.
mean, something that happened to me last week. I forget it was in the stream, whatever. Anyways, I was on Lee Gunner's stream, and then I popped up in the chat like randomly, and people know I've cussed out Lee in the past, like on a few occasions, not a lot, but a few occasions, maybe say 5 out of like the 800 or however many hundred videos I've had so far. We'll say 10, right? And even he said, he goes, you know what? He goes, you've cussed me out. He goes, but at least you're honest about your shit. At least I'm not here to just shit on people nonstop, right? So where I'm going with that is you can have the, like, cuss out somebody, but have the reasons why you're doing it, not just, I hate how this person looks, and therefore I want to roast the shit out of him. Like, there's points to why you want to be talking about them. They said this, I disagree. Their opinion is this, I disagree for XYZ reasons. So you're not always cussing people out for no reason, but they'll also see your shit. And as you said, some people always seem to like find a balance. Like they can differentiate between who is doing shit to have a conversation and who is doing shit just to shit on somebody else to say, haha, you got roasted type of thing. Because even that gets old sometimes. Faceless people, they love to talk the most shit. But that's what gives people this credence to speak up, because, well, no one knows my face, no one knows my name, no one knows who I really am anyways, so I'll just say the damnedest shit and put a player's AVI as my profile photo and call myself, you know, Nunez fan, and just give Darwin Nunez prop non-stop type of thing without any repercussions.
Yeah, it's the accountability again. Some people like it, some people don't. It makes people uncomfortable. You know, it's like the kids in the classroom have been running amok. And when you've got a little substitute teacher, I'm not even going to say a teacher, because, like you said, well, earlier, one of the things is not taking yourself too serious. One of my things is like, this is YouTube. You know what credentials I needed to make an account? An email address.
That's it.
So
That's
how
it.
qualified do you have to be? Not very. So the credential levels can vary based on channel. And for me, it's like I've played the sport for 20 plus years of my life. I've followed and been a Tottenham fan for 13-ish years, 14. And, you know, so I have a basic understanding, but I'm not a tactico. I don't do so I don't really take myself seriously in the whole like, oh, my opinion is God's word or whatever. You know, some people take themselves really seriously. It's like farting in a cup and smelling it just because you're like, that's mine. That's my fart. That's my stench. It's like, it's kind of weird behavior. I don't do it, and I don't want to judge. Like, hey, you're allowed to fart in a cup and smell if that's your prerogative. But for me, I don't want to smell my own farts. I don't really care. It's just that it is a live stream. I enjoy talking. I enjoy having a good time, laugh, playing some clips. And lately I've been enjoying calling people out, because sometimes people need it. You know, like a bad little child. Sometimes you need a little spanking on the booty. And there you go. Carry on. Nothing. See, just a little. Psh, psh. All right, bad boy. Now
Just keep
you
them
know
in check.
No, I gotta get away from the keep them in check. I don't
Well,
like
you
that
smack it on the
keeping.
boot, like naughty. It's like, well, what are you doing? Why else would you? What else would you smack a baby for? Why else? You done something wrong?
Well,
Bang.
yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. Keeping them in check again, it implies that I have some kind of authority over anyone, and I don't feel that way because again, I don't take myself that seriously. And to
Yeah.
me, I got into YouTube to have a good time and have a laugh. And sometimes people are so stupid with their shit that it makes me laugh, and that's part of the whole caboodle. I'm gonna have fun on here. Like I've done streams where I'm learning Ableton, which is a music program, and I'm not a musician. My wife is, and so it's like, I'm doing stuff that interests me, and laughing and having a good time is part of that. I had a good time calling people out. It feels good. Feels like the Joker's in town and everyone knows it. The Joker will find you and he'll call you out if he needs to.
Nah, well, that funny thing you say that they're talking about, shit like that. That's when I set up my channel. My whole premise was football commentary. Look at what's been said. Look at what's happening. What's doing the rounds. Oh, this pundit said this pundit said that, and contradicts what they said. Or one's complaining about referees, the other's going on about their plays and shit like that. Like you're always gonna have conversations. There's never a moment where there's nothing to discuss. But at the same time, it's like you said, if you say something out there and I disagree with it, I'll give my opinion. The same way they're giving an opinion, I'll give my rebuttal. So it's like when people used to do like the columns, like, have your say, like opinion pieces and shit like that. Like, frustrated football fan, I think it's shit that blah, 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 blah. And then the next week you'll see someone say, response to frustrated football fan, I think you're wrong for blah, blah, blah. It's the same shit, man. It's just a different medium. It's just that these days it becomes so instant. I can see a clip online, I can record it on this damn device in my hands, upload it within seconds, and you have an instant reaction straight away. And people like the, you know what? I say this all the time. When I do like covering drama, shall we say, or a leader, yeah, drama, all that sort of shit.
Drama. Yeah.
Yeah, people, they love it. They can deny it as much as they want, but they love to see that. They love to see who said what, who's in beef, who's got the tea, they love that shit. I'm just not ashamed to actually say, I know you love it. I love it myself, so I'm going to talk about it. That's it.
Love is an interesting word to use. I would say I'm drawn to it reluctantly. Like I'm in the bottom of the ocean and there's that fish with the little light bulb, and I'm like, "Ooh, look, there's light over there." And I swim in that direction, and sometimes I'm like, "Okay, this is getting dangerous. I'm going to get away from it." And then other times I'm like, "Fuck that fish. I'm going to gut him and take him up to the surface and eat him on a Sunday." But yeah, I just think that, again, people get in these echo chambers and they start talking, and they got other people talking, and then they're all kind of together going, "Rrr, rrr, rrr," and they're validating each other's negativity or positivity even. It goes both ways. And they're kind of echoing it, and you get kind of wrapped up in it, and it starts accelerating. Like I've talked to people who are like, I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I got to that point. It was just like when all the chickens are clucking in the thing, eventually, there's going to be hysteria. And I feel like it kind of is like that. And it's the same reason why certain people in the political and public eye are so polarizing, is because they garner and validate certain feelings for people. And
Yeah.
a lot of times you find that it's like validating, yeah, like the "I told you so" mob. It's like a validating. It's like, well, I feel negative inside, and then this guy's talking all negatively. That kind of makes me feel validated in my negative feelings. You know what I mean? And when you don't have a big support group, like I'm very fortunate in life to be blessed with a beautiful family, and I've had a very good foundation around me ever since before YouTube and still during YouTube. And for me, people who don't have that or lack it, they sometimes they take it too seriously. They take it too much to heart. Like I don't give a shit that Spurs Masters in there talking about Ainge fans. Jacob said this. Like, I know what I said. I know what I do. He's just one of them people that's been hanging around Chernobyl too long and acting a certain type of way. And
Wait,
I'm
wait.
used to that. So it's like,
Why do you call it Chernobyl? Why is it called Chernobyl? Because it's toxic?
oh, Chernobyl away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's like, Have you seen the show Chernobyl? Have you seen,
Yeah, yeah,
like the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
radiation? So it's like they're Chernobyl. The guy who runs the channel is the elephant's foot. And the closer you are to the elephant's
Ah,
foot, the more fucking radiation you're gonna get. And when you hang around too
okay.
long at Chernobyl away, you start acting like you radiation poisoned. And I've seen it. I've seen good people lose their minds from the radiation poisoning. I've seen good people look like they're a part of the mob. Like I was calling out certain fans that I've worked with on my channel that I've talked to for years on different channels, and they start doing things that the cult does. I start saying, well, you look like a cult member, and they don't like it. They say, oh, you're misrepresenting me. It's like, well, I'm just calling it how I see it. If you come in with all caps saying the same bullshit every single cult member came in there and said it, last word on Spurs, I'm going to automatically rope you into the other cult members. That's just kind of the line of thought. You look like a zombie, you talk like a zombie, you walk like a zombie, you eat motherfuckers like a zombie. Shit, I'm going to call you a zombie. So don't be upset about it. It's kind of my, like, people get upset about it. But for me, whatever. How does that change my life? Are you there on my birthday? No, you're not. So how do I know
Yeah,
you? Do I know you through
yeah,
the
yeah.
internet? Does your I want to be a good person, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna like be like water. I'm not fucking Bruce Lee. I'm Jacob, and I am me. I'll break that damn glass. I ain't water. So it's like some people want to be water. Some people want to go with what everyone's saying. And again, everyone starts their YouTube channels for different reasons. Some people want to strictly just talk about football. Some people want to talk about drama. Some people want to talk about football and drama. Some people like me, I am not a square nor a parallelogram. You cannot put me in no fucking box. I'll play music. I'll play FIFA. I'll talk football. I'll go on random streams. I'll Google Earth shit. I'll talk about life. I'll talk about this. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. And people don't like that sometimes because they want to box you in. They want to say, well, you're supposed to be like this and do it this way and don't use this and don't, man, fuck all that. I'll do whatever I want. And at the end of the day, there's people who kind of get you and they support you regardless of all the other outside bullshit. And to me, that's more important than the random, Spurs master, whatever fucking name you can come up with, because everyone's got some weird, and then you get people who like create several fake accounts and yeah, that's me. You better be drinking out of a plastic straw or excuse me, a
Send him
cardboard
to
straw.
Wales now.
See, that's a head
You have
loss. That's a head
classic
loss
moments,
moment.
bro. Bro, you have classic moments. That's just it, bro. Look, we're all human beings. We all have different emotions and different feelings and shit like that when you show them on screen. But like when you said that just then, like being right all the time, it's like you're either on my side or you're on the opposition side. It's like, hang on a second, why can't I have a bit of both? Like, we're not to be meant to be individuals. But another thing I've also noticed as well, because like I come from this from like watching like commentary stuff for many a year, or people doing reactions and, all right, let's watch something and, all right, let's break this down, which is why I do that shit. Now I have been complimented by the people whose videos I break down, even though I say I disagree and here's why, they still say to me, look, at least you're giving it like a fair go type of thing. Whereas others, like, they'll just cuss you out non-stop, and it's like, what have you actually done except take the piss out of somebody's face? Like Northside, for example, and I like Northside. I don't think he's a bad fella, but when he's roasting Egal, for example, I'm like, bruv, you can decimate the guy's points in under 10 minutes and be done with it. Like, you don't have to throw in all the other extra bits and pieces, but it adds theater, it adds a little bit more to it. And look, maybe he doesn't care himself. Maybe he's like, whatever, do your thing. It is what it is. It's like there are other ways to do these sorts of things, and I don't see the reason as to why we should stop, doing what we do. Maybe it's a bit excessive in some instances, but I'm not going to sit here and say, well, just because I'm friendly with this person, I have to be, favorable towards them. Like, I just roasted the shit out of Mons for his live stream watch along. Yeah, as a fellow Liverpool fan, like, as much as it's like shit to go through the pain again after that result this morning, you have to do it, bruv. You have to do it.
Yeah, and that, like you said, doing it on people is not like a indication that they're a bad person or you think they're a bad person. It's just like a bird's eye view commentary. And again, it's just, yeah, people are gonna feel something. And like Ribsy says, there's people will say, oh, he says he smells like fart and pickles, And they're like, he abused me. I'm like, that's not really abuse. And there's,
No, bro.
I grew up in an era before technology, and there was like cyber bullying and shit, and there was actual bullying, and there was, I'm gonna see you after school at 3 p.m. type shit, instead of this, like, Tyler the Creator once said, very early on in Twitter, was, ha 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 ha, what the fuck is cyberbullying? Like, just close the
Just log
computer,
off.
go outside.
Exactly. 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 Just
And
log off,
it's
bruv.
still, that's like 20 years old by now, that quote, but it's literally true. It's just like, it, how are you getting this upset about, and some people do say some heinous shit and they do cross the line a lot, but like Taylor Swift says, you got to shake it off.
You gotta shake it off. Yeah, all this is time to shake it off. But it's
Yeah,
the
you
thing.
gave me,
I
planted the
I
seed
have
there,
this
Olu.
I have this theory. Been saying it for a while now. It's like when you're like online nonstop streaming every day, you get this. You get like comments, and it's like, oh, big up Nick, big up Jacob. Like I like to stream. I'll become a member, or here's a super chat type of things. Like, oh, this is mad. I'm getting all the attention and shit like that. Whether they agree with you or not is a different story. But the fact that they're just there doing what they're doing, which is why we have like people on TikTok now. We've got like people who do the dumbest shit on TikTok and they get like millions of views and they think like I'm a somebody now. People love me. It's like they're laughing at you, maybe not with you more often than not. They don't care though. They're getting all the likes and attentions. And it's this attention thing where the more I say something, the more eyes are on me, the more I feel validated. And it makes it even funnier when a channel that's got 100,000 plus subs says something or turns against their word of what they said 3 months ago. Because I know Rance at the moment, like Manchester United Rance, he's been copping a lot of flack in his comment section now for turning on Amarim. Like people said, you're going to turn on Amarim. Oh, it's not the players, it was the manager. Now, well, the manager can't do so much because the players are shit. Well, we said that to you months ago, but you said it wasn't the case. And it's like, why are people talking to me? Bro, you have 100,000 plus people that listen to you, as if people are not going to have an opinion on what someone who has that many followers has to say. And just because you have a big following doesn't mean everything you say is going to be correct and accurate as well.
I would also say, I personally don't care how many subs you have or don't have. Everyone's fair game. If you swimming in the pool or swimming in the pond, not because the pool has
Shark
chlorine,
don't
so I
care.
kill all the fishes.
Shark don't
But
care. Shark don't care.
a killer whale don't give a shit. He's going around eating seals and getting captured and being Shamu, and then Blackfish comes out. That's a fantastic film, which we should stop all the harm that we're doing to killer whales and such. Shout out the orcas. And I'm on their side when it comes to the orcas versus the humans, because they were rebelling for a while there, tipping boats and crashing people. And shout out the orcas, man, Team Orca. But again, if you want to say fuck the orcas, well, I'm gonna say fuck you. And it's just that it's just that simple. And I don't care how many orcas listen to you, how many orcas don't. Shit, you out here playing in the water, little seal gonna get bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's have an opinion. You threw some bait out there, people took it. Why are you complaining that people stole your bait now? Or you want them to take the bait? That's another question as well. Do you want people to take the bait? I said something. Why are you talking about what I said? Like, or they'll say like, prove where I said that. Here's where I prove what you said it. Like, but I don't have to listen to you, bro. You have like 10 viewers on your stream. It's like, again, it goes to the whole thing of like, bin how many people watch you, bro. I can have one person viewing me. You can say, I wore a red shirt on that day. No, I have proof of you wearing a blue shirt. I have more followers than you. Who are they going to believe? You or me? It's like, bro, I have the evidence right here. Nah, I don't care. You're
Regardless.
nobody. Like, that's the shit
One
that
or
pisses me off, man.
100,000, we all saw you, or at least I did. If one or the 100,000 saw, regardless, I did. And maybe it's just because I was born in America with the God-given right of freedom running through my veins. I see The Patriot with Mel Gibson. It makes me think of freedom. Even Braveheart with Mel Gibson, it makes me think of freedom. You can fight for your families, or you can sleep in your beds tonight. And I like that shit, you know what I mean? And I'm free to do whatever I want, and you're free to feel about it however you want and say whatever you want about that. So for me, you can sleep comfortably in your beds tonight, but tomorrow, whatever he says in that fantastic speech. But I think
Whatever it is.
yeah, man. Again, when you have the option of just being a what's that dude's name, Spurs something in the chat that's trolling me this whole show, like
Spurs master.
so if you don't want me to talk about your opinion, just be Spurs master, because then I'm not hurting Alex Fergopalopa. You know what I mean? I'm talking shit to Spurs master, and if you have a YouTube channel and you put your face and your name out there, and I say, hey, look at this guy, his name is this, and he said this, LOL. Don't be upset, because you could just be Spurs master if you wanted, but you chose to put your face and your name out there. And it's like, again, like you said, you made this so people watch it, right? And creating a discourse, when is that a bad thing?
Yeah, ultimately, we do this because we want people to hear what we have to say. Whether it's my own thoughts or opinions, or what I heard somebody else say, or this is what they said and this is my rebuttal to that, or I'm adding to it. Everyone wants to be heard. There's a whole reason why we're talking now, why you have a channel, I have a channel. We want people to hear what we have to say. And that means that other people hear it as well.
Oh, you're just doing it for clicks and views, Nick.
Yeah, or it's all clicks and views. Yeah, it's all rage bait, clickbait, yeah, titles and all that sort of shit. Yeah, that's all it is.
So
yeah, but yeah, it's all click. Yeah, yes, exactly. Mr. Views. We want to be Mr. Views all the time. But like ultimately, whether I get 100 views or whether I get 1,000 views, I'm still saying what I'm saying. It is there for people to find if they want to find it. They don't have to watch it, sort of a thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. 300 ZX, reference to a car, I'm guessing. The Nissan. Yes, money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
Well, luckily for me, I ain't been tainted by Jafar, so to speak. If you know the Aladdin reference,
come on, bruv.
Yo, Ribsy's cooking now, and
it's like 26 degrees Celsius in here, bro. Come on, man.
Well, you wore the sleeveless shirt, therefore he's allowed to comment on it, and I stand on that belief. If I came out here with my nipples out and someone said your areola looks lopsided, well, then I shouldn't have been showing it if I felt some type of way of someone talking about it. And yeah, it's like, oh, I just went live. I hope no one fucking watches. Hope no one likes my video today. Don't go subscribe, and please don't share this, because if anyone who disagrees with me speaks on it, it's going to break my little heart. This ain't no Billy Ray Cyrus song, my achy breaky heart. I ain't talking about no achy breaky heart. And if your achy breaky heart is so achy breaky, then don't say shit with your chest, because then when I puff mine out, shit, don't get all, how'd you talk about me? I thought we were good, brother.
Yeah, and now you just brought something up there, that the whole chest thing, when they speak with such confidence and then it comes back to bite them in the ass, and then they get angry at you. Why are you getting angry at me? It's like, why are you saying fuck me for? You're the person who said it. I'm merely bringing to you what you said 3 days ago, 4 days ago. Why are you getting shit at me? These are your words, brother. This is you looking at yourself in the mirror. How are you saying this is my fault? I put you in, I took out of context or misconstrued what you said. Here's verbatim what they said, blah, 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 blah. How dare you say that about me, bruv? Don't say shit then if you don't want people to call it out, man.
Yeah, one summer people are saying, oh, I'd sell Romero for 50 mil. And then he has the season he had last season. And then they're saying, oh, we can't accept anything less than 75. It's like, well, or people say he's untouchable, or people's opinions are allowed to change. And I don't think that makes them a flip-flop. But like, if you hold and smoke to something, you best be prepared for a little bit of fire. You know what I mean? Because it's just one of those,
and shout out to Jaws as well, Direct Iris as well in the chat. Like, he copped one of my videos, one of my intros when we beat you guys, rather than myself, obviously Tottenham fans, like in the Carabao Cup semis, like, it's going to be called Angefield, we're getting something, and I'm just like, okay, let's get it going, sort of thing. Like, if you said like, I'm thinking about it, it's not that fun. But this is the thing, you also need characters where people are going to say shit like, oh, I can't wait for this to go wrong.
Well,
I can't wait for this.
You're talking about people calling him an Angefield, and not to toot my own horn here, but I'm pretty sure I was the first person I heard say it, I think on Hassam's channel. So
You did.
Yeah.
Yes.
But she didn't. But you referenced everybody else who said it, and that's nice. You represent the Carlos Mencias of the comedic world.
I'm not a thief, bruv. Get out of here. I'm not a thief. I'm not a joke thief, man. I know your references. Come on, man. It's funny, man. Don't you get it, man?
Come on,
you
man.
like fish sticks, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
You like fish sticks. Come on, man.
Fucking Carlos Mencia.
Fucking okay, yeah, I ain't no joke thief. I did remember who you said it first, but you said it like in a slight passing moment on the El Ahwa, and I'm like, gonna call it Angefield, and Hassan's like, Jacob, just wait, we'll get there.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever got there after that. I don't think you ever got there though.
No, we didn't. And it's unfortunate we couldn't do this go around. But Chester is still alive. Tottenham Rangers spot on. You know, when it comes to Manchester teams, we cooking, and that's all there is to it. Chester live and direct, and I like Chester a lot better than I like Chernobyl personally. But everyone enjoys their own cup of tea. Some like green tea with a mix of radiation. I like coffee straight.
That's it.
Nothing. Just black.
No cream, no sugar, no milk.
No, I want a little
Straight
dirt
black.
in that motherfucker. I like the little grounds in it when you get to chew on something. Spit it out.
Oh, fuck, man. That's the instant coffee shit, bro. I don't do coffee, bro. Yeah, you need proper
there's
coffee,
like
man. You gotta come to
Cafe
Australia for coffee.
Bustelo. It's like Colombian espresso.
Colombian espresso.
And I run it through a French press. And the French press is not the greatest. So it's, I get a little grounds in at the bottom. And, just a little something to chew on.
You get that roughness in there. It's like, yep, there it is, the
Gritty.
sediment at the
Dirt.
bottom, bro. Yeah. I know what you mean. Look, man, like, fuck, at the end of the day, it is a game of opinions, bro. If I say something and people disagree, but I've said it so many times, bro, I can't sit here and say, how dare you clip me, bro. If I say something mad, you want to talk about it, by all means, you talk about it, bro. It's there for that particular reason.
Oh,
This is
yeah,
why
I'll
we
cook
do
you
these
too.
things.
100%.
100%.
Like I said, everyone,
There will be a time.
These hands are rated E for everyone.
It says nobody is safe, bruv. Everyone will cop it, man. Everyone will cop it. I mean,
Yeah.
I expect it one day for myself as well. If I say something mad and it doesn't come to fruition and then someone talks about it, I'm like, fuck, it is what it is, bro. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, bro. I can't sit there and be mad at it and say, yo, go suck your mum. How dare you speak about me type of thing. I can't be doing that shit, bro. I'd be a hypocrite and I'd look like a total bitch if that was the case. But there's a lot of people out there that do act like that, man.
And you would also remind me of Tom Hanks's son, Chet.
Why is
That's
that?
a reference to he was on the red carpet for some his dad was doing, and they interviewed him like, "Hey, brother man, no, me find the ways." It's like he had this like crazy
That's right.
Jamaican accent.
He
so if
did too.
if you
He
said
did.
"suck your mother," I'd be like, "All right, Chet, your newfound Jamaican accent." He said, "This be me way, this the life." So he used to,
This be me, you know them way there, you bomber clad man. Respect
that's
yourself,
one of my
man.
favorite sayings nowadays. You know them way there, and
Right,
I like
X
it.
has corrupted everybody, bruv.
I just them way there, bruv. I don't usually add the bruv, but I like to say to people in the most non mandem way, just saying those kind of vernacular. Yeah, the mandem. They laugh when I say it because they're like, that's not how you say it. And it's like that's what it sounds like to me.
I mean, funny you said that, bro,
them way
'cause
there.
yeah, you know them way there, yeah. My head on my Twitter is on my YouTube. I think it's like Lee and Rance, like Lee Gunn and Rance, and he says them Aussie men them hate us, bro, for real. I'm like, bro, I'm being called Aussie man them now. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I
sounds
don't
like
hate you
you're-
guys.
Yeah, you're in an exclusive club. That sounds nice.
Ah, it's crazy, mate. Yo, big up to Z300 ZX for the $2. For the $2, it says all opinions are 50-50, great odds. True, it's either correct or it's wrong. There's no lose-lose, bruv. It could be like,
Yeah,
be.
and sometimes people's opinions sound more like predictions, and those are very much going to be right or wrong at some point. And so when you pass off a lot of opinions that are predictions, shit, you're gonna get some right, you're gonna get some wrong. I know I do.
100%. They all get shit wrong all the time, bruv. Oh, you got a score prediction wrong. Oh, we're going to cook you for it. It's like, okay, I said 2-1 and the game finished like 2-2. Like, is that really like the worst of it? No, we're
I
still
don't
going
think
to
I've
cook you
ever
for it because you
predicted a
got it
Tottenham
wrong.
loss, and how many times have I been wrong this year? So a lot. I lost count. Dude, some of the losses started bleeding together where I was like, oh yeah, we did lose to Nottingham Forest. Oh, we did lose to Ipswich. I thought we drew that, it starts all kind of get bleeding together.
Apparently, I am to stop sucking Jacob and question him on his Ange takes. Apparently, that requires One of these ones here. Where is it here? I know I've got it here. I've got it here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know I've got the clip here. I've got the clip here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I don't know why this guy's fantasizing. First, he's talking.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
There you go.
It's interesting because he's talking about sucking me off. He's talking about me turning people on. It's really weird, bro. Maybe visit a different streaming site, and I don't know.
Potentially.
It's strange behavior. That's what I'm saying, though. If I let it actually bother me, who's winning in this equation? I mean, this guy's tuned in here. He probably hits. Every video they've already groomed me to know that every video is going to receive about 7 to 10 dislikes, and it doesn't matter if I talk about anything, if I talk about nothing. It's just you're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people who go to your video, hit a dislike just so I see a dislike. And to me, it's still engagement. You still gave me a view. You probably had to watch at least half a second of an ad, which still counts for something. And to hit that dislike, just so I don't show up on your homepage. That's all it does. And tells me that 10 people are really preying on my downfall. And if anything, that motivates me to keep going, because fuck them.
Yeah. Just this comment here from Philly in NYC. Big up to Philly. Oh, by the way,
hey,
Philly
big up Philly,
cheesesteaks.
Philly. I ain't seen you in a while, man. Big up Philly.
Philly. I need to visit Philly again. I've been there once before. I got family in New Jersey, so I went to New Jersey many a year ago now. Went to Philadelphia for a day. Had a Philly cheesesteak in Philadelphia, bruv. It was peak for me, man. I was 20 at the time, bruv. It was crazy. It's good times, bruv. I need to go back there again, man, just for the Philly cheesesteaks. But in any case, comment here. It's always easier to predict failure than predict success. Final question before we wrap things up here. Do you think this could be why there's a lot of negative fans out there when they say, I don't think we have enough. I don't think this squad is enough. I don't think we have what it takes. Do you think that it's easier because you're going to be wrong? Well, it's easier to be wrong than it is right because it's hard to predict something to come true.
Well, I'll put it this way. There's 20 teams in the Premier League and only one wins it. Yeah, pick up Enoch out. Very good point there. But yeah, I'm trying to remember the question. It's just crazy. The chat moved crazy.
Oh, sorry. I think because it's easier to be wrong.
Yeah, I always say it's easier to predict losing lottery numbers than it is the winning lottery numbers. And it's like, to me, that's perfectly fine if you want to say, hey, look, guys, look, I got a losing lottery ticket here. To me, I don't rate that because that is the easy option. It's easy to say, something that is genuinely going to happen. It's like, I'm going to have breakfast tomorrow. Are you bragging that you were right, that you had to eat at some point? Like,
yeah, I had
predicting that
tomorrow.
Shit's not going to go well, predicting that shit's going to go right. Like, it's going to be right, it's going to be wrong. And being like, hey, guys, I got it right. I more just enjoy winning. I don't give a shit about being right. I'll be wrong every day if it meant that we win everything. So I don't really give a shit about people thinking I'm right or wrong. It's the ego and the pride of certain people. And, I very shallowly attribute it to like little man syndrome. Napoleon, he did a whole lot because he was so tiny. And nowadays there's no land to conquer. So these little tiny people are just little tiny frustrated people on the internet. And then they go spewing this bullshit. And then people are like, yeah, he's right. But then the same motherfucker got to get on a step stool just to look another dude in the eye. It's crazy out here. But like, for me, I just think whoever really rates like, oh, I was right. Look, I've been right all along. I was here first. All that shit is playground weirdo. You have nothing else going for you kind of a thing. Like, how many times can you bang the same drum, be like, look, that made that sound. It's like, duh. But saying Tottenham aren't going to win the Premier League is a fucking easy prediction.
But for me, that means that people will like get that buzz. Like, I told you we weren't going to do it. I told you he's not good enough. I told you our squad isn't it. It almost feeds into the ego type of aspect. And it's not to be, I was like, shit, I was right. Fuck, I wish I wasn't right. It's like, see, I told you, listen to me. I'm the person who you're going to get information from. You get it from a lot of people as well. Like, no, you people are wrong. You need to listen to this. And this is where I'm correct. And don't listen to those people. They're wrong. Like, that's the sort of shit I can't hack. Tell me what you think. Give me your reasons why. And then if I want more information, I'll search elsewhere for it, bruv. It just annoys the shit out of me when I hear people speak like that, bruv.
Yeah, I agree. Because, again, no one's immune to anything, and myself included. If you have half a tank of gas, how can you expect to travel? What would you travel with the full tank of gas? Yeah. And again, like, I get called all type of things. I'm an age apologist. People made up a whole new gender that apparently I'm attracted to. And now I'm age sexual.
The sexuals.
Which,
The sexuals.
yeah.
Don't get me started on that shit, bro. Fucking hell, bro.
It has weird, like, homophobic undertones, so it's kind of suspect behavior in general. Because typically people who are homophobic are like, in America, they're the Republicans who are like anti-gay rights, but then they get caught with a dude in a hotel room.
Yeah.
It's like,
the pastors
okay,
and shit like
you
that.
hate
Straight
what you.
180s.
Yeah. So, it's just weird behavior. Weird behavior out there. But that, for me, I think that I don't really care to be right or wrong necessarily. Like, the only person I care to be right or wrong to is like my wife, because that actually matters in my life if I'm right or wrong with her. Outside of that, what does any of it really matter at the end of the day? Because, like I said, I could just close the computer and then everyone goes away. I can I can just delete WhatsApp, close my computer, and everyone that is stressing me out or whatever, if they were, you know what? It just goes away. Like Tyler, the Creator, said, what the fuck is cyberbullying? Because you could literally just turn the computer off and go to bed, do something else, walk the dog, play a video game. There's a million things you could do.
It's the best thing you can do. If you have a YouTube channel and you don't want to see any comments or anything like that, go to your app, see where it says allow notifications, just do this.
Oh, yeah.
And it's off now. It's gone. You won't see shit. You won't hear shit. You won't know anything, bruv. It's okay. You don't, just because you reply to
But see, people go looking
love
for
to get
it.
into it, bruv. Yes, that's what I was about to say. They love looking for it.
They're like, oh, I was just on this channel. Let me go see the comments and replies. And like, I've done it too, but I'm genuinely curious to see what people had to say about the shit that I said. But there's people who go on there and they're like, look, on this channel, this person said that my breath stank and my dog hated me. It's like, who cares?
Who gives a fuck, man?
You saw out this quote unquote abuse and now you're crying about it. It's like, people want to be a victim. People want, and to me, it's just weird behavior. It's like, bro, grow up. Why are people such fucking babies online? It's weird. And it's like, you can't say anything about anyone because then you're being a meanie. I'm like, all right, I don't give a shit what you think anymore. And that's really why I've leaned into it, because I feel like the noise, at least in the Tottenham hemisphere, the noise was so loudly one way. And it was like, if you don't fall in line, you're a part of the problem. You see it, it's spilling over. Every stream I get, some fucking weirdo that's like, oh, you're this, you're that, you think this, you think that. And they like say shit that like loosely I agree with, loosely I don't. And they just misrepresent shit. And so it's like, I could sit here and correct people in the chat all day, but then what kind of a show is that? I'm kind of getting away from the whole point of having a good time, because I'm getting so drawn into what people are saying. And like, that's why, it's easy to just look at it, move on, read it and say, oh, okay. And then move on, because at the end of the day, it don't really matter.
Yeah, and then posting DMs once you've had to accept it to actually find it. Like, bro, you probably got like DMs like on requests, bro. You don't look at half of them. I don't know this person, delete. I don't know this person, delete. Why would you go there looking at it and then crying about it? Oh, look what I received. You only saw it because you actually went looking for the damn thing. It's not like it was there in front of you somewhere posted for everybody to see. That's what annoys me, man. But one final thing here before we wrap things up for this one here. Lama Football earlier says, why does football YouTube erupt if our opinions change? So it's like, my opinion's changed now. You didn't say that 2 weeks ago. Well, new information, new opinion. Why is that always like a massive, like annoyance to many people out there? It more so counts towards the ones who are like, who have the chest and are strong about it and are loud about it. And when it changes, it's like, hang on a second, where's your chest that you had 2 weeks ago? Oh, I learned something new. Okay, but why were you so confident back then and you're not confident now? Why do people get annoyed at that?
I think a little bit of it is that you just want to, people online want to get one up on the other dude. They want to say, look, I caught you out. Look, I got you slipping. It's and I get it. It's like that, like playground shit, you know what I mean? Tag, you're it, haha, I got you, you know, and then you run away. It's like, okay, you got me. Oh no. But I kind of agree with the notion. That's why I said earlier, like when your opinion changes, it doesn't make you a flip flop because in my opinion, in the court of law, when new evidence is presented, well, now you got to reassess the entire fucking ordeal. So to me, I think it's perfectly well within everyone. You probably should do it. Reassess, try and look at it from a non-biased perspective, try and look at it from the opposite perspective of your own. And that's why I subscribe to certain channels, obviously not Chernobyl away because I'm not a fucking idiot, but you know, like I'll say Sava again. Me and Sava disagree on so much football. So much football, and there's some that we agree on, but there's a lot that we disagree on. But I like to hear what the opposite side says. I like to hear what I disagree with because then it helps me either reform the way I see it or solidify the way that I've been thinking about it. And like, why is everyone afraid of flexibility of thought? Flexibility of thought is absolutely showing that your brain is still working as a human and you're not just fucking done evolving and growing. And you know, what's the point of life if you're not growing and evolving?
Yeah, for me, it's more so like if you're so overly confident about something and then you change your mind on it only after the fact has finally clicked on, that's where people tend to like look at you and say, you're going to get roasted now. Now you're going to get cooked. I hate the term cooked anyways, but now we're going to cook you because you were so confident 2 weeks ago and now, my mind's changed. It changed so instantly. It's like if you're a little bit pessimistic or a little bit, shall we say, half-hearted about it, I think people are more forgiving. It's like, well, they weren't exactly that confident to begin with, so we'll say you had that, pessimistic thoughts to begin with. If you're in there gung-ho, all guns blazing, all that sort of shit, that's where people sort of have the tendency to look in and say, nah, you're not getting away with this because you were so confident and it all went wrong for you and now you're trying to cower away. I think that's for me, that's how I see that situation, why people get annoyed when people change their minds.
Yeah, and it kind of reminds me of like, when a dog piss and shit in the carpet, and then you try and show the dog, hey, look at what you done. Look at what you did. And they're like, and they cower and they squirm, and you got to grab those fuckers by the fucking, that skin on the back of their neck.
Drag them outside.
Look at this fucking, you don't shit on the damn carpet, dog.
Yep. Don't do it.
I was potty trained the same way, so why wouldn't I? That's a joke. That's a joke, by the way.
I was about to say, man, you pissing and shitting everywhere, being picked up by the back of your neck. Damn it, Jacob, again.
Damn it, Jacob. I told you don't piss and shit on the carpet. I'm sorry, Dad. I don't know. I just think, it's like some people don't like to be shown the little pee-pee and poo-poo that they leave behind. But not on my watch. This dog ain't going to be, no dog allowed to shit on no carpet.
Nope. No way, not indeed. We've gone over an hour. I think we'll wrap it up there. Decent intro to this, and may I propose something to the chat? So how about we try and do this as regularly as we can, or whenever we can, but you guys send us your clips or your bits and it's like, hang on a second, this is what this person said, what's your thought or opinion on that? And then we can discuss what somebody said in that instance, if that makes sense.
That's a good idea. Maybe they leave a comment down on this video or maybe a community post. And because sometimes I guess in live chat, you can't drop a link unless you're a mod, but in the after comments, you can regardless.
Yep.
So maybe that's a good route.
Yeah, if you guys see some madness out there and you say to yourselves, you know what, this is a bit mad. I want to see what Nick says. I want to see what Jacob says. Like, post a link or tell us what to look out for. Find this video or go to this tweet or whatever it is. And that way will give us something to discuss, because then we might actually say, okay, that is a wrong opinion. Yeah, I mean, that is a wrong opinion, bro. Like, it could be one of those things where you look at it and be like, okay, I agree there, or I disagree. But then again, the wrong opinion to you may not be the wrong opinion to somebody else.
Yeah, but if you try to tell me that the moon is made of cheese, I'm going to tell you it's fucking not. I do believe the first moon landing was staged because of the Cold War, but the moon is most definitely not made out of cheese, because if it was, it would have rotted a long time ago, because cheese doesn't hold well, as far as I know it.
Nah.
Especially
no
not
chance,
outer
man.
space.
No protest stream. The Chelsea, the proper Chelsea are in their own shit at the moment. Lesedi, that is a good question. Come back in 20 minutes when I go live again, talking about the shit that I had to watch this morning that everybody else had to watch as well. So that's when you'll find out if my head's still with it or not. But Jacob, we'll keep it wraps there. I think it was a decent little back and forth for the first show, bar a bit of madness from a particular Tottenham fan in the chat there. But
like I said, bro,
overall,
radiation poisoning affects everyone differently. But one thing is true. You can see it, you can smell it, you can tell it from a mile away, because they say, like, the quick. Well, I say this. I changed some of the wording around so it's not so offensive. I'll tell you after the show what the original saying is. But it's like, if there's 3 dickheads sitting at a table, and you go sit down at that table, I'm gonna presume there's 4 dickheads at that table.
yeah,
And
all the same.
It's also another way to find a cult member is to just talk shit about said cult and then watch who gets angry. And whoever got angry, there they are. They bloop, just pop their little head out. There they are, whack-a-mole, bonk.
It's too easy, bro. It's too easy. But we'll
It
call
is
it
really
quits
too
there.
easy.
Yeah. We'll call it there. Thank you very much to everybody tuning in, and also shout out to Kate as well.
Big up Kate.
Kate and Jimbo there as well. Obviously Tottenham fans, you see every now and again. She wants Poch back. I think, does she want Poch back? I know she loves Poch. I know I heard that on the terrace. She
I'm
loves
going to
Poch.
tell her this, like I tell everyone this who's still fantasizing about Pochettino. I am not a clown. Maybe I am not a manager. I am just a head coach. But also he's got a job, and it's not one that he has to qualify for the World Cup. He's already in the World Cup. So get over it. He's already married and having a kid with someone else. And he already fucked our worst next door neighbor, and everyone's still like, you can still come live here, Poch. Poch has got to give it up. All right, he ain't won shit till he went to the McDonald's Uber Eats League. All right, outside of that, what the fuck has he done? Nothing. But he might win the World Cup. Go USA. He's not gonna leave USA for stinky old Tottenham because, again, remember the quote: "Maybe I am not a manager. I am just a coach. I am not a clown." That's what he said for Chelsea. But for me, I really said, okay,
Sounds
the ship
so
has
accurate.
sailed when you went to Chelsea. And he did that hostage video where he's chained to the fucking chair. He's like, this tracksuit is much too tight. I need a bigger tracksuit. I've put on a few. But
That's crazy.
yeah.
Fucking crazy, bro. That's
I
mad.
Jacob, behave. You can go off people, I can go off people? What? I don't know
Hey
what that means.
yo. Hey yo. Whoa,
I've been turning people on. I've been getting people off. This has been a hell of an hour and 8 minutes. Damn.
All sorts of matches. Anyways, I really got to call it quits there. I'm gonna have a quick bite to eat and then do this post Darwin Nunez meltdown head loss stream. So that's gonna be fun if you want to see me dissect
Nunez
my
or
team and all
Timo?
that crap. Nah, I can't even answer that, bro. I don't even know, bro.
Timo
Don't
or
even know,
Darwin?
man.
Kate, you could never stop liking me. Come on now. Talk to me nicely.
Darwin at least misses the chances. I don't think Timo even gets chances.
He
does he?
runs. He
He
runs.
runs. Well, so does Darwin. Darwin works too, but
There you
doesn't
go.
score the goals that he
They
needs
run
to.
around. That's nice.
Battle of the Mids. Anyways, we're calling it wraps here. So a big up to Jacob once again. Thank you to all you fine people for tuning in as well. First of hopefully many. We'll see how this goes. Once again, let us know your thoughts and opinions, obviously in the comments. If you don't like us, by all means. If you want to do reactions to this, by all means. This is what we're here for. All's fair in love, war, and football YouTube.
Then I'll
Man's
react to
crying now.
that. Yeah.
Why not? React to yourself, bruv. Ain't nothing to it. Anyways, we're calling it quits. Peace out, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one. Jake's probably gonna get some sleep now, and my night is sort of ticking over now. So that is me. Anyways, big up to you fine people. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.
End the stream, Dave! End the stream! End it, blood! End it now!